Hello and welcome to today's marketing proposal. What I'm going to be presenting you today is a joint venture that could be worth billions. I'm addressing Jason Killer, the CEO of Hulu, and Roger Goodell, the CEO of the NFL. I'm Julian Havlitsky, and I'm presenting this to you on the 26th of April 2020. I will start this report by providing some background information on both parties. This way, there's going to be information and some background knowledge on both business sides. Afterwards, I'm going to explain the purpose of this project and how much potential is involved in this. Afterwards, we're going to look at the fan analysis, especially on social media. We're going to do a visibility analysis, which is followed by a post analysis across all social media channels. This is going to be divided between Hulu and the NFL. This is followed by a competitive analysis with one of the closest competitors of Hulu, which is Amazon Prime, in a competitive analysis. From that, we're going to talk about some meaningful insights and takeaways you can generate by looking at all this information, which is then followed by my recommendations. NFL is short for National Football League. It was founded originally back in 1920. In 2018, the business generated $15 billion in revenue. It is estimated to generate revenue of $25 billion in 2027. Around 50% of the income stream is estimated to be made through TV presence. Despite that, the NFL has been experiencing declining viewership since 2015. The second party is Hulu. Hulu is an on-demand stream service platform, which is where the majority is owned by Disney. Disney started this program back in 2007 to reach a broader audience, which is more general as opposed to the typical family-orientated Disney movies. And only in 2020, this platform generated a fan base of 30 million subscribers. Worldwide, it employs over 1,000 employees. 2019 was the year when the company became incorporated. In 2019, it had an annual revenue of $394 million. Its estimated value of the whole brand is $15 billion overall. This brings me to the whole purpose of this report. So we're looking at two companies which are extremely influential and carry an extremely large fan base. Through a joint venture of those two forces, both sides could seek extreme benefits. The deal that I suggest is that Hulu subscribers will receive a 10% discount off NFL tickets. This will benefit both companies and it will reflect in their net income. Hulu will be able to generate more followers who are NFL players who want to buy their tickets at a discounted price. At the same time, the NFL encourages Hulu customers and more people to afford their tickets and buy those, which will increase ticket sales. Also, by purchasing Hulu, customers will be able to stream football through live TV. This encourages higher viewership rates, which is profitable to the NFL. Overall, both parties will be able to generate a higher profit, meaning a larger net revenue, net profit. And at the same time, as both parties reach a larger fan base, generate followers and subscribers, they gain influence and their brand becomes more established within the market. The figure right here just highlights all the benefits I had just mentioned. An example would be the increase in ticket sales, which can be seen at the left bottom. When marketing new business opportunities, it's always important to consider your fan group. This is why I have already made fan analysis of both clienteles, meaning clientele from Hulu and the NFL. So on top of the list, we got the athletes, which are NFL players, but also NBA players or PGA professionals, any type of athletes. Next in line, we have the actors who is shown on Hulu, but also people who are just generally interested in acting. Then we have the yuppies, because the average customer from Hulu earns about 93,000, which is well above the national average. Then we have family who have older kids, like teenagers. Next in line, we got the college students, since Hulu had their joint venture with Spotify, which contracted a lot of college students to join the brand with their collaboration. And then we also have news stations like MTV or Hollywood News who are in close contact with Hulu. When it comes to addressing such broad target groups, different type of online behavioristics need to be taken into consideration. Each group and subsection of the fan analysis has a different behavioristics and can get triggered in different ways. This is why we conducted a visibility analysis. It showed that Hulu's posts published at 6 a.m. Central Eastern Time Zone would generate the highest engagement rates, while the NFL's post would peak at around 7 p.m. Central Eastern Time Zone. It was also interesting to see that the NFL has a higher engagement rate with an overall average of 0.22%, while Hulu only has 0.74%. Overall, both parties have really large social audiences. The NFL is leading with 67 million followers, while Hulu has 6.3 million followers. In this case, both parties would be provided with the opportunity to gain followers. This could be done by promoting each other's content and feature it on their platform or repost their posts. This is why we took a close look at Hulu's online activity. The post analysis we conducted resulted in an average of 8 posts per day. The majority of the content that was published are videos and pictures. This can be seen in the pie chart featured on the right side of the PowerPoint. In third place, averaging 1.4 a day, are GIFs. The brand has found the most activity on the social network called Twitter. The posts being published are meant to address a broad audience. On the other hand, we can see the NFL with an average of 28 posts per day. The content featured across social media platforms is mainly video dominant. This can be seen in the bar chart on the left side of this PowerPoint. Our research had shown that the NFL is the most active on Instagram. The content featured is football orientated. Afterwards, we took a look at Hulu's closest competitors, the biggest one of them being Amazon Prime. They average 2.4 posts a day, and they post the most frequent on Twitter. The average engagement rate for Amazon is 0.02%. Their social audience is just above 35 million. When looking at the figure on the right side, you see the percentage growth of subscribers. By looking at that, you can see that Hulu has percentage-wise the largest growing audience. This is why the NFL should do business with Hulu and not with Amazon, because Hulu is growing at a faster pace and the fans and subscribers on Hulu are sports orientated. What can we reach by this joint venture is addressing a larger fan group. This can be done across social media platforms and many followers can be gained. There's great potential for both parties to grow and influence and just generate more profit. After listening to all this information, what I recommend you to do is Offer discounts on NFL tickets during the 2020 season for Hulu subscribers. Then promote those deals across social media platforms from both parties. You can use athletes as your influencers to promote the sports orientated joint venture. This can create a long lasting business relationship between both parties, and it can be way more than just football. Future opportunities can occur, and you never know if Hulu and NFL will collaborate in the future on any other terms. Now, with the end of this report, I will go into the sources I've used to generate the information which helped me generate and establish the decisions and recommendations I provided for you. I've used the internet website Rival IQ and created a landscape between Hulu, NFL, and Amazon. This platform analyzes the social media of those three businesses and puts them into constant correlation. It shows you how well you're performing as opposed to your competitors. Then I've also used different articles from websites like Business Insider, Forbes, or Investopedia. All very credible sources with good reputation and especially well regarded in the finance world. Kind regards, Julian Havlitsky.